Hello there, and welcome to the fish tank barn. Unfortunately, I was born with short arms, and it's harder to reach the bottom of some of my larger tanks, especially to clean that stubborn algae that lives near the substrate. To help with that, I picked up this Hygger 6-in-1 cleaning set off of Amazon, which comes with an extendable wand. So let's go ahead and get this out of the box, check it out, and I'll let you know at the end what I think of it. So just to be clear, this is not a sponsored video, and I paid for this myself. I picked this up off of Amazon for about $24, and it was shipped next day to my house, which I thought was pretty convenient. So let's go ahead now, open up the box, and see what's included. So we've got the box open now, got the instruction manual, and then we've got the pulls. And then we have all the attachments. This looks like kind of a little scraper thing. This is the one I'm the most interested in, which is the razor blade. We've got a net, which I probably won't use. It is kind of small, but could be useful if you needed it. Kind of interesting, you do have like a pipe cleaner here. You have this spring and an Allen wrench. You have like a scrubbing pad that's kind of at an angle so you can clean like the corners of your tank. Then you have a straight scrubbing pad that you can scrub the rest of your tank with. So let's go ahead and start working on the pole. Let's go ahead and you just got to loosen up the screw here, and then you can slide your pole in, and then you can just tighten it up. It tightens that up for you, so you've got a nice tight seal. Then you can adjust this for how long you want it. So let's go ahead and work on attaching this. On your piece here, there's going to be a little notch. So if you look on the inside of this, there's going to be a part where the notch goes into. So what you're going to want to do, line up the notch with the hole where the notch goes. You're just going to want to push it in. It's kind of tough, and then you just want to slide it over. And then you have it attached. And that works for all these different pieces. And then if you want to take it off, you just twist it back off. You just kind of push it in a little bit and twist it back off, and it's spring loaded, so it'll spring back off. All right, so now that we've got it attached, let's go ahead and we'll take this outside and see how it does scraping tanks. So we're in the barn now, and I decided to test this out on my 245-gallon African cichlid tank. And as you can see, the glass is pretty dirty and definitely needs cleaning. I'm going to first test the straight sponge and see how much glass I can get cleaned just using the sponge. This wasn't caked on algae and mulm, but the sponge did a pretty good job on this. This is a tank that I can't reach the bottom of, so the extension was really helpful on working on cleaning this glass. I do want to test the razor blade on this section by the sand bed where there's some thicker algae. As you can see, as I start scraping it, it does a pretty good job. This is not something I could reach without having some sort of tool to reach down that far in the tank. I want to test the razor blade on another tank with some tougher algae, and I think this 40-gallon breeder with my Chapeleuctes and Caustis is a good candidate. This tank is really prone to very thick and tough algae, and this tank is higher up in the fish room, so I usually have to get on a stepladder in order to reach the bottom. I did recently clean this tank, but there is still some green spot algae at the bottom of the tank. The scraper did a pretty good job scraping all that tough algae at the bottom of the tank. It was really nice not to get on the ladder and still be able to clean the tank. So now that I played around with this a little bit, let me give you my thoughts. Overall, I thought the product was sturdy and pretty well made. The handle didn't feel cheap and felt sturdy in my hand when I was using it. And the product worked as I expected it to. I did like the packaging they provided because it does give you somewhere to store the small pieces. I'm terrible when it comes to losing pieces of equipment, and I'm 100% sure I would lose some of the attachments without putting them back in the box. I did look on Amazon, and you can buy replacement parts for the sponges and razor blades, which is definitely a plus. There are a couple of things though that I think could be improved. The net that came with this is quite small, and you're really not going to catch anything substantial with it. I didn't buy this for the net though, so it's really not a deal breaker for me. The sponges were a little bit thin, but they did work fine at cleaning the lighter algae. You could maybe replace the material in the sponge with a different type of material, maybe something like the material on a green scrubbing pad. This is definitely something I'm going to continue using on some of my larger tanks that are harder to reach and clean. If you have similar tanks, I would highly recommend picking up this product. I'll put a link here to my other product review videos and also a non-affiliate link to this product on Amazon so you can check it out for yourself. So with that, thank you for watching, stay safe, stay fishy, and I'll catch you on the next video.